So your last recording is what song?
Ghetto Child.
So tell us more about your song and what inspired you to write this song.
Well, the inspiration about that song come from way back, you know. I wrote that song when I was around about 17 years old, you know. And it was the kind of struggle that our family, like my mother and my brothers, you know, we rise without a father, you know. So when I picture at that age, when I visualize the rising, there was the kind of words that flew in my mind that I put into the song, you know.
So when you write songs, do you write it personally or universally?
When I write song personally, and automatically becomes universal, because the same struggle that I am going through are the same things that I experience in life. You know, a lot of people experience it worldwide, you know. So when the song starts on a personal point of view, it becomes a universal point of view because it's about life, you know, in general. And that, you know, we all feel, you know, a lot of people go through the same aspects and the same things with life got in it, you know what I mean?
So when you're saying other people, you're talking generally?
Yeah.
So tell me, is it because you're a Rastafarian you write these songs?
Well, the Rastafari, being a Rastafarian, it makes me, you know, become a creative person as well, you understand? But this was already in me from creation, from the time I come, you know, out of the mother's womb, you understand? I was done being formulated by the Most High to do this kind of thing that I'm doing right now, writing music and loosing, singing songs to people. But it's not just writing and singing, I'm also teaching. I use my song to teach. I use my music also to get over to people, you know.
I understand you. Say to me, tell us about Rastafarians, or what a Rasta man should be, or what should we look out for of someone to know they're a Rasta man. Because when we look through everywhere down around the city, persons complaining that at times maybe some Rasta guy pull out the purse, or some Rasta guy have done something like if they're saying it's not really right what they're doing. Tell us about Rasta. Highlight us about Rasta already, because I think some people are being misled, like what a Rasta man should be.
The first thing is this. The word Rastafari is an Ethiopian word, name given to the King of Kings, you know what I mean? And Rastafari means, in English, Prince of Peace. So, from the time you sight in a Rastaman symbolize peace from the time you look at a Rastaman. Now, a Rastaman is the man that live clean, is the man that be the example to the world, is the man that only uphold the righteous part of life. You understand? This is the main purpose of a Rastaman, to uphold the laws of the maker or the beginner, you know, to the highest standard. So that when others out there look at him is just a light to them too as well. They can always say, yes, this Rastaman is a light, because from I see him as a Rastaman, I sight a light, you know what I mean? And it's a personality too. It's not something really that you have to show the world that you are a Rastaman. It's a personality, because between man and the maker, it's personal. You understand? But most people see people out there doing a lot of crazy things like thieving and robbing and doing all kinds of things that out of the way of Rasta. But because he have a locks on his head, because remember, Rasta have nothing to do with a locks or an appearance. Rasta is, like I said before, a Prince of Peace. That means whether you carry the locks or you don't carry the locks, as long as you're upholding the laws of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie, you automatically could be termed as a Rastaman. So if you see a man out there with a locks in his head and he's doing a thing, that doesn't mean that he is under the life of Rastafari. He's living the life of a Rastaman. He's just carrying a locks in his head. But Rastafari is not a looks. It's a way of life, how you live. You see what I mean?
So in other words, you're saying like men with naughty dread in their head, as we would say, that may run around doing evil things, offending other people. You say they're really not Rastafarian?
No, they are not. They are dreadlocks. They are naughty dread. Because Rastafari is a way of life. We Rastafarians live to the way of Haile Selassie, which is Rastafari. And that was a way of life. You understand? There's appalling things like, you know, like living clean. The way how you eat. You have love for humanity. You love even birds. You love everything that live. You know what I mean? This Rastafari don't believe in death row. Because we don't go up and down. We don't deal with death. And Father life is not of, you know, Father, anything of death is with Satan. Because you don't know the wages of sin is death. But the gift of the Father is eternal life. And this is what Rasta stand for, eternity. You understand? We never on the concept of destruction, depressing, depriving, coveting, you know, vandalism and all these different kind of isms is not of Rastafari. And like I said, Rastafari is a way of life. You have to live good. You know, be good all the time, not just for a time and not another time, you know. Caring for each other, you know. See a brother in his struggle, help him out. Rastafari come to save the world from destruction. But you just got to listen to the Rastafari and find, you know, find the vibes, you know, feel the vibes. You know?
So now, tell us about Haile Selassie. There's reasoning, all sorts of reasoning about Haile Selassie in Europe. Even in Guyana too, amongst people that I have seen in Guyana, all types of people, regardless what race or creed. What do you know of Haile Selassie that you can tell people that they can understand what you're talking about?
And the first thing I would tell them is I read and find it for themselves. And I would give them a great advice to read Revelations. And when they read Revelation, just follow the prophecies. And when they find the fullness of the following the prophecy, they're going to recognize that Haile Selassie is the fulfillment of Revelation with a read. You understand what I mean? This one who was being crowned, anointed to open the 7 seals, who come and break this chains of bondage, which is the Haile, the king, you know what I mean? And when they're tuned to, they read Revelation now, who can read, they will recognize the lineage of Haile Selassie. And they would also recognize that him was the chosen one. Now, concerning the system, intelligent people write a lot of things that can mislead and can lead you to the right path. But what really happened now? A lot of blaspheme and a lot of propaganda being spread upon His Imperial Majesty. But revelation come, and all who was in a doubt, through reading, they get over as well. Haile Selassie is the returned Messiah, the Christ in His second advent, you know what I mean? Yeah, because if you check the Revelation too, you would even see how the Christ come in the first advent is the same way He come and He come again. And He show in the book, He said, you shall know me when I return again by these signs and these different names, kings of kings, lords of lords, conquering lions, and these things that they would crown high. And it's the system, crown is the Imperial Majesty, kings of kings, lords of lords, conquering lion from the tribe of Judah. They too recognize Him. But remember now, the same people that slay the Christ is the same people that even bring up a literature or some kind of writing, you know, to show you, the same people that slay Him, the same people write the book, to show you, well, to be saved, you have to die. You go up on a cross, you know, you have to die for reach to heaven, and these kind of things. You know what I mean? So, man, look over the whole concept, the whole propaganda was spread upon His Imperial Majesty, it was all wrong. Because the revelation doesn't show you who's this person. And when it comes, these different names that will be given unto him, you know, and he will come unto his own and they will receive him not. You know, all this thing was done written already, you know.
Okay, Ikoyo, I want to thank so much for this short interview.